In the vast and intricate world of Greek mythology, where gods and goddesses reign supreme, each deity held a unique domain and influence over the lives of mortals. Demeter stands apart, a figure of profound significance, yet often understated in the grand tapestry of Olympian tales. She is not typically depicted as a goddess of war, brandishing weapons and leading armies, nor is she associated with wild revelry and chaotic celebrations. Instead, Demeter embodies the quiet yet immensely powerful force behind every harvest, the unseen hand that nourishes and sustains life. She is the revered goddess of agriculture, the divine embodiment of the earth's bounty. Demeter holds dominion over the earth's fertility, the life-giving force that allows seeds to sprout and crops to flourish. She governs the natural cycles that sustain life, the rhythmic dance of planting, growth and harvest that ensures the survival of humankind. Demeter's power is not wielded in thunderous displays of might, but rather it is felt in every field of ripening grain, swaying gently in the breeze, promising sustenance and prosperity. Her influence is evident in every green shoot of spring pushing through the earth, a symbol of renewal and the promise of future abundance. Her moods, like the seasons themselves, could bring forth unparalleled abundance, overflowing granaries and bountiful harvest, or conversely, she could unleash devastating famine, leaving fields barren and populations starving. This immense power over the food supply, the very foundation of life, made her one of the most revered deities in the Greek pantheon, inspiring countless acts of worship and devotion. The ancient Greeks, deeply connected to the land and reliant on its bounty, saw her as the Earth Mother, the ultimate source of nourishment and sustenance. She was the provider for all living things, ensuring the continuation of life through the fruits of the earth. Her story, filled with both joy and profound sorrow, explains the changing seasons, the cyclical nature of life, death and rebirth. It illuminates the delicate balance between life and death, the constant interplay between growth and decay that shapes the natural world. Demeter's love for her daughter, Persephone, and the immense sorrow she experienced at her loss, profoundly shaped the world, influencing the very cycles of nature. Her grief was so powerful, so all-consuming, that it was capable of halting all growth, plunging the world into a desolate winter. To truly understand Demeter, to grasp the depth of her influence, is to understand the very foundation of civilization itself, the crucial role that agriculture plays in the development and sustenance of human society. Agriculture, the cultivation of the land, the careful tending of crops, is the cornerstone upon which civilizations are built. She is the earth's generosity personified, the embodiment of the life-giving force that sustains all living things. Demeter remains a timeless symbol of motherhood, nurturing, and the enduring cycles of nature, a reminder of our deep connection to the earth and its bounty. Demeter was born to the Titans Cronus and Rhea, making her one of the powerful Olympians. Her siblings included Hestia, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus. Like her brothers and sisters, she was swallowed by Cronus and later freed by Zeus. While her brothers ruled sky, sea, and underworld, Demeter's realm was the fertile earth. Her closest bond was with her daughter Persephone, the goddess of spring. This maternal love would define Demeter's most famous myth and the fate of the earth itself. Her worship predates Olympus, rooted in ancient earth goddess cults, bridging the old world and the Olympian order. Demeter, the goddess of agriculture, harvest and nourishment, held immense power over the earth's bounty. Her influence shaped the very cycles of life, ensuring the prosperity of humankind through fruitful harvests. Demeter's most famous myth begins with the abduction of her beloved daughter Persephone by Hades, the formidable ruler of the underworld. This event would forever alter the balance of the world, ushering in periods of both abundance and desolation. As Persephone innocently picked flowers in a sun-drenched meadow, her laughter echoing through the air, the earth suddenly split open with a deafening roar, and Hades emerged from the depths, seizing her in a whirlwind of darkness and whisking her away to his shadowy realm. This audacious act was carried out with Zeus's secret consent, a decision that would have far-reaching consequences for both gods and mortals alike. Demeter, upon discovering her daughter's disappearance, was utterly devastated, her heart consumed by inconsolable grief. Driven by maternal love and despair, she embarked on a relentless search, traversing the world with torches in hand, desperately seeking any trace of her lost Persephone. In her anguish, Demeter neglected her divine duties, turning her back on the earth and its inhabitants. As a result, the earth grew barren and desolate, its once fertile fields turning to dust. Crops failed to grow, livestock perished, and a devastating famine spread across the land, threatening the very survival of humanity. It was Hecate, the goddess of magic and crossroads, and Helios, the all-seeing sun god, who finally revealed the truth to Demeter, unveiling the grim reality. Persephone was held captive in the underworld, a prisoner of Hades' dark realm. Upon learning of Zeus's complicity and Hades' cruel act, Demeter's grief transformed into an all-consuming rage, a divine fury that threatened to shatter the world. In her wrath, she vowed to withhold her blessings from the earth, refusing to let the land bloom or bear fruit until her beloved Persephone was returned to her, safe and unharmed. Zeus, witnessing the devastation and fearing the complete extinction of humanity, realized the gravity of the situation and reluctantly ordered Hades to release Persephone from the clutches of the underworld. However, fate had a cruel twist in store, for Persephone, during her time in the underworld, had unknowingly eaten a pomegranate seed, a symbolic act that bound her to the realm of Hades. By consuming the fruit of the underworld, she was now destined to spend a portion of each year within its dark confines. Recognizing the impasse, a compromise was struck between the gods, a delicate balance between light and darkness. It was decided that Persephone would spend part of the year with her mother Demeter in the world above, bringing forth the vibrant seasons of spring and summer when life flourishes and the earth rejoices in abundance. For the remaining months, she would return to Hades in the underworld, descending once more into the shadows, and Demeter's sorrowful mourning for her daughter would cast a pall over the earth, bringing about the cooler, more desolate seasons of autumn and winter. Thus, this powerful myth beautifully explained the cyclical nature of the seasons and served as a poignant reminder of the enduring power of a mother's love, capable of shaping the very fabric of the world. Demeter's alternating states of joy and grief, reflecting the presence or absence of her daughter, became inextricably linked to the rhythm of the natural world, dictating the ebb and flow of life on Earth. The world's fertility, its capacity to sustain life and provide sustenance, was forever tied to the bittersweet cycle of their reunion and inevitable separation, a testament to the enduring bonds of family and the profound impact of loss. During her search for Persephone, Demeter, disguised as an old woman, arrived in Eleusis. Welcomed by the royal family, she attempted to grant immortality to their son, Demeter, but was interrupted. Revealing her true identity, Demeter instructed the people to build her a temple and establish the Eleusinian Mysteries. She then taught Triptolemus the secrets of agriculture, sending him across the world to share her gift. Through Demeter, humanity learned to cultivate the land, transforming society from nomads to farmers. Her temple at Eleusis became the heart of her worship. Demeter's gift was not just food, but civilization itself. She is remembered as the founder of settled life and the bringer of abundance. Demeter, the goddess of agriculture, held immense power over the earth's bounty. Her nurturing side, often depicted in art and praised in hymns, was matched by her capacity for wrath, a force as formidable as the storms that could devastate a harvest. When angered, Demeter's fury knew no bounds. One tale vividly illustrates this. When King Erysichthon, driven by greed and hubris, desecrated her sacred grove, felling ancient trees that were symbols of her power and the natural world, she cursed him with insatiable hunger, a hunger that could never be satisfied no matter how much he consumed. This curse led to his utter ruin as he devoured all his possessions and eventually himself, a stark warning against disrespecting the divine. Her vengeance was swift and absolute, a demonstration of the consequences of defying the gods. This served as a potent lesson against those who disrespected her domain and the natural order she represented. Yet Demeter also rewarded kindness. Her heart was open to those who showed her compassion and respect. She was known for bestowing blessings and prosperity on those who welcomed her during her wanderings, offering food and shelter to the disguised goddess. Her story with Poseidon, the god of the sea, who pursued her relentlessly, even transforming himself into various animals to try and win her affection, reveals her trauma and resilience, showcasing her ability to endure even unwanted advances from powerful gods. From their union, however unwilling, came Arion, the immortal horse, a creature of incredible speed and power, and Despoina, a mysterious goddess whose true name was kept secret, reflecting the hidden depths of Demeter's own nature. Demeter's grief and rage, most notably during the abduction of her daughter Persephone, could bring famine and barrenness to the land. But her gratitude and joy, when reunited with Persephone, brought prosperity and abundant harvests, restoring life to the world. She embodied the delicate balance of nature, the cyclical rhythm of growth and decay, life and death. She was generous to the pious, rewarding those who honored her and the earth, yet merciless to the arrogant, punishing those who dared to exploit or disrespect her domain. Her myths serve as a timeless reminder to respect the earth and its resources, and to honor those who dedicate their lives to nurturing it, for in their care lies the sustenance of all. Demeter's symbols are deeply tied to her role as Earth's provider. The sheaf of wheat represents the harvest and the sustenance she grants. The cornucopia, or horn of plenty, overflows with abundance, symbolizing her generosity. The poppy, growing wild in grain fields, stands for both fertility and the mysteries of sleep and death. The torch recalls her relentless search for Persephone, a beacon of hope and perseverance. Her sacred animals, the pig, serpent and gecko, connect her to fertility, rebirth, and the earth's cycles. These emblems appear in art and ritual, reminding all of her vital presence. Through them, Demeter's power and compassion are ever present in daily life. Demeter's worship was central to Greek life, reflecting her importance to agriculture and society. She was honored with titles like Ceto, Chloe, and Thesmophoros, each highlighting a different aspect of her power. The Thesmophoria, a women-only festival, celebrated her role in fertility and law, reinforcing female solidarity. The Eleusinian Mysteries, held at her temple in Eleusis, promised initiates spiritual transformation and hope for the afterlife. These rites reenacted Demeter's myth, offering comfort and a sense of belonging. Her festivals united communities, blending the practical and the spiritual. For nearly 2 millennia, her mysteries drew people from across the Mediterranean. Demeter was worshipped as both sustainer of life and guardian of the soul's journey beyond death. Demeter's gift of agriculture was the foundation of Greek civilization. By teaching humanity to farm, she enabled the rise of cities, law and culture. As Thesmophoros, she embodied sacred law and moral order, rewarding kindness and punishing hubris. Her myth with Persephone explained the seasons and gave meaning to nature's cycles. The Eleusinian Mysteries offered hope for a blessed afterlife, rare in Greek religion. Demeter was the complete mother, nurturing body and soul, guiding humanity from birth to death. Her stories shaped Greek values, connecting people to the land and to each other. Through her, the Greeks found purpose in the rhythms of the earth and the promise of renewal. Demeter's legacy endures, shaping agriculture, culture and spirituality for centuries. The Romans adopted her as Ceres, and her myths influenced art and literature across ages. The story of Persephone remains a powerful metaphor for loss, hope and the cycles of life. Demeter is a symbol of Mother Earth, reminding us of our dependence on nature's generosity. Her myth warns of the consequences of neglecting the earth and calls for respect and balance. She is the eternal mother, her presence felt in every harvest, every spring and every act of nurturing. Demeter's story is a timeless reminder that after every winter, spring will always return.